In this math lesson, you're going to be learning about divisibility. In this concept, you're going to be learning how to divide big numbers with smaller numbers and what tricks can go into it. In front of you, you have a large note card. Please have it look like that on your desk. Go ahead and pause as I'm going through directions if I'm going too fast, but you're going to be making this note card following my directions. Now with your ruler, I want you to be on the inches side. I want you to make a little mark 1 inch from the top right here. So this is at 1 inch. You're going to keep on going. Here's another inch, another inch, another inch, until you get down to the bottom. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, this got a little messy. And then on the other side, go ahead and do it again. So you're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are all 1 inch spaces. Keep that in mind. Don't worry, this will get much neater. Once you have 1 inches marked on the other one side, go ahead and mark it on the other side. Your note card is only 8 inches long, and then please connect the dots with a straight edge. So it's going to look like that. Go all the way across. They should be even apart with each other. So when you're done, you should have 8 even rows. Go ahead and do that for me right now. Press pause so then you can wait for the next instructions. All right, the next thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking your ruler, and the width of your ruler, I want you to draw a line from the second line down. This is the width of your ruler. So however wide your ruler is, some of your lines might be wider, some of your lines might be skinnier, but I want just one streak coming down the page. So it looks something like this. So once you're ready, your note card should look something like this. Don't worry. You'll have 8 rows going down. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the very top, so the width of your ruler will come straight down, just like that. And at the very top, you'll have a spot for directions. Now, follow along with me as we fill these out. We'll go one at a time so you're not overwhelmed. Trust me, these will help you, and most of these things you might already know. On the very top line, I want you to put the word divisibility rules. Go ahead and pause while we're going here. Next thing, on your first line, in the spaces in this area right here, I want you to put the number 2. Whatever you do, don't circle it. And then to the right, in that space, I want you to write all even numbers ending with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So kids, what this means is any number 10 ends with a 0. 22 ends with a 2. 24 ends with a 4. 36 ends with a 6. 58 ends with an 8. Any number that ends with a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 is divisible by 2. Make sure you're pausing as we go. The next one is 3. Sum of all the digits is divisible by 3. I have an example here. For example, if you have the number 732, that means 7 plus 3 plus 2 equals 12. What I'm asking is, can 12 get divided by 3? It can. It equals 4. I'm going to give you another example. You don't have to write this down. You can just write this. Go ahead and pause it. Let's say I have 113. 1 plus 1 plus 3 equals 5. Can 3 go into 5? No, it cannot. So 113 is not divisible by 3. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll give you another example here. Go ahead and go to number 4. 4 in that space. Last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So any big number, I want you to just look at the last 2 numbers. So 1,832, the number is 32. Can 8 times 4 equals 32, or 32 divided by 4 equals 8. If 4 can go in the last 2 digits, the number is divisible by 4. Go ahead and write that down. Make sure you're pausing as you go. 5, numbers that end with 0 or 5. For example, the number 50 Can 5 go into 50? 5 times 10. The number 55. Can 5 go into 55? Yes, 5 times 11. How about number 35? Yes, because 7 times 5 equals 35. So if the number ends with a 0 or a 5, it's divisible by 5. Hopefully these little tricks are helping you out now. For the number 6, the number has to be divisible by 2 and by 3. So if we're ever working with the number 6, we have to look back up here. If this is a yes and this is a yes, then 6 will be a yes. So the number has to be even. And the number, when you add up all the digits of that number and you divide it by 3, 3 can go into it. That's what 6 is. Just go ahead and write this down. Pause as we go. Divisibility 9 is just like the number 3. You're kind of dealing with bigger numbers and you're dividing by 9. Write down the 9. Sum of all the digits are divisible by 9. Let's keep going here. The number is 738. 7 plus 3 plus 8 equals 18. Can 9 go in 18? It can, times 2. So basically when you're doing the 9s, you're trying to see, when you add up all the digits, does it equal 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. See where I'm going with this, kids? If all the digits equal those numbers, what would be the next number, kids? We have 45, and we have 54, we have 63, 72, and 81. That's how we know if 9 can go in. If it equals one of those numbers, or if it equals 90, if it equals 99 when you add them up, that'll help us know if it goes into 9. And the last one is actually the easiest. If 10 can go into it, the number ends with a 0. Make sure you're pausing, make sure you're getting these notes down as you go. You can obviously rewind, you can fast forward if you get it, but you make sure that note card's looking nice and neat. If you need a new one, I can give you a new one, but please keep this handy. The reason why is because when you're working on today's assignment, you're gonna be using that note card. It says circle all the numbers that are divisible by 2. Well, if you take a look at your note card, 2 means all the numbers end with a 0, a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8. So does 28 work? It does. Does 57 work? It doesn't, because it ends with a 7. Hopefully that makes sense while you're going through the rest of these. I only did the first 2 for you. So when you're looking at a huge number here, the whole number isn't important. Only the 6 is important when you're working with that. We're going to kind of keep on looking here. I crossed off number 5. I crossed off number 9, and I crossed off number 10. It says use your calculator. You're not going to be using your calculator for this. I want you to be able to use your divisibility rules to see if 269 or 67 is divisible by 9. Well, look at your card. You're going to have to add 2 plus 6 plus 7. And whatever that big number equals, can you divide it by 9 equally? If there's a remainder, then obviously 9 can't go into it. Keep on going here. So how do we know if a number is divisible by 5? Go ahead and take a look at your note card. The answer, go ahead and press pause here once you have it. All right, welcome back. We have ends with a 0 or a 5. How do you know if a number is divisible by 6? Has to be divisible by 2 and 3. 582 is divisible by 6 because it ends with an even number and the digits all add up to 15. We'll take a look. Is that true? 5 plus 8 is 13 plus 2 is 15. Let's keep looking at these. How do you know if a number is divisible by 9? Go ahead and use your note card. Check your work. Is this what you got? Remember, 3 and 9 are exactly the same. The only difference is that you have to be able to divide by 3 and you have to be able to divide by 9. This video is getting a little long. I'm almost done, kids, so you're doing great. Divisibility rules. Take a look at this one here today. So, can a number be divisible by 2 and by 10? Absolutely. Can it be divisible by 5 as well? Absolutely. So while you're doing this here today, I want you to follow the rules. Go ahead and use your note card when you're solving this and add checks. 75 is already done for you. Ends with a 5. So we know it's there. It doesn't end with a 0. It doesn't end with a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. 7 plus 5 equals 12. So that's why 3 can go into 12. Can 9 go into 12? No. Are 2 and 3 both checked? No, they're not. So we know obviously 6 won't be marked. So that's how they got to 3 and 5. This one right here, you'll have a lot more marked off, obviously, because it ends with a 0, so I know 2 and 10 go into it, and 5 go into it. You should need to do some math here and see if 3 and 9 go into it now. So hopefully this helps you out. Don't get confused with the bottom of this page where it says, find a 3-digit number that is divisible by both 3 and 5, and the other one's by both 6 and 9. Let's take a look at your cards. You'll have some more practice here as well. You can use your note card with that as well, and you'll be just fine. Just let me know if you need any help. I'll be here to help you around the room. But as long as you fill out that note card correctly, kids, this will be a nice, easy assignment. Good luck.